Help. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And, of course, Anthony Edwards. Well, the team moving on here without him.
Yeah, it's a big loss for them. He's a guy who can influence outcomes. He's that good a player, and they'll need others to step up while they're figuring out the new roles. Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Thompson outside. Here's Stokes. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Jonas' shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Stokes. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Now here's Adebayo. Fires the three. Stokes with the rebound. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a three-point play.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powered at home like that. It's stolen away. To the left side wing. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And the layup falls.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Jonas, this shot is good. Where the screen. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set the screen. Here's Ware. Oh, a magnificent rejection. Washington trailing. Here's Jonas. And he throws it down with one hand.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Here's Stokes. Oh, wow!
Incredible!
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
He unleashed something special there. Just so powerful.
Hey, he's showing off a little bit right there, Grant. And who can blame him for it?
How about the athleticism, the body control, the creativity? 10 out of 10.
And Minnesota with possession here. Following the score by Washington. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
The kick out to Adebayo. From outside the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, Adebayo getting it done from downtown.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. On the take, Yakachonis.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I'd have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I have been lying to you. Back to you, BA.
All right, thank you, Allie. Now here's Adebayo. Drives to the hoop. Yakachonis grabs the board. Puts up a three. They get it back. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Yakachonis. He's got 12. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Here's Stokes to the left wing. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Wizards.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Right side Adebayo. 51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Nice D from Ware. Pass to Thompson. Got a hand on it. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. Some changes for Minnesota.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Yakachonis. He's got 14. Beyond the arc. He drops it from range. Yakachonis has got 17.
Well, you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
Dillingham with a rebound.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with. And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Both teams have it going. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Washington's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
With the drive.
Oh, wow! B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. The Timberwolves trail. In today's game, it seems... Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
There's the three. Washington with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The three is up. And the Wizards with another three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Picked it out of midair. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Fires the three. No, he's made three, missed two now. Dosunmu on the double. And stolen by Porzingis. Pass to Dosunmu. Right wing. Edey with a defensive effort. Washington leading by 3. Launches it from deep. From beyond the arc and then some. He's got 9.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very much. Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Outside McCain. Pass to Dillingham. Shot clock at 6. And Edey with a block. Takes the 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Inside. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Zach Edey. Minnesota shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. The 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Driving it. Oh my!
Right there.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. There's the triple. No good there. Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Hardy. And that one is hammered home. Woo!
B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. To the inside. Edey, that's good. And the Wizards lead by 3.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Hardy. And he starts out with a miss in this one.
Boy, they give him the mid-range jumper, and he has to make that.
Pass to Edey. Another shot. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. 1:20 left to play in the first half. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
Wow, not sure what happened there. Yikes.
On the court.
Washington leading by 3. Here's Jakichonis. Stokes with a rebound.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Here's the 3. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. And Washington with possession. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Thompson outside. Here's Stokes. Give him 8. Oh! A can't believe he just did that.
Now that is incredible. Just wow. And you gotta love it when the fellas decide to put on a show.
And what a show that is for the fans and his teammates.
And for his coach, holding his breath partly because of the spectacle and partly because he doesn't want him to miss.
Puts up a deep three. Doesn't go for him. It'll count. And that's not going to go. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Washington. They lead by 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. This shot is good.
This is unbelievable. He has over half the team's points right now.
No good with a layup.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Washington moving the ball around. Down low. Oh, ripped away. To the middle. Here's Stokes. The layup off target. Washington leading by 7. Adebayo is doubled. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball. You too. Jump ball.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. They grab their own miss. Pass to Stokes. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Ooh, it's stolen away. And it's Washington on the break. Offensive rebound. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
From role player to all-star, Adebayo has made the leap. Why? Effort plays like that. Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
From downtown, nails it from 3. And it's a 12-point Washington lead.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
Looking to win the run. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
So courageous, taking it right to the defender.
Oh, this dude knows how to finish in traffic. Wow. Tip. On the wing, Thompson. Here's Hardy. No made baskets yet. Just 5 to shoot. No luck on that one.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Pass to Adebayo. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Hardy. To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
And another miss by Washington. Timberwolves trail by 8. Thompson goes in. Jonas grabs the board.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
He's had just 1 attempt at the line earlier. Just under 3.5 minutes played here. Oh, wow!
And this kind of sixth slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 11. Pass to Stokes. Out to Thompson. The steal. And they're on the break. Let's go with a three. And Trey Murphy hits from deep. And the Wizards lead by 14. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Wizards?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
The three, Hardy. Over to the left wing. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. 6 to shoot. Good on the shot. 21 points in the game.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Pass to Yakachonis. Here he goes. Count the basket. Yakachonis has got 10 points in the quarter.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
A quick shot there. It's off target. Washington leading by 14. Nice move. And he sinks the layup. Yakachonis has got 32 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
The deep three. It's deflected.
Don't get bit.
36 seconds left to play in the third quarter here.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. Goes back up. And it's good on the lay-in. Yakachonis has got 14 points here in the second half.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game, in every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a just match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
19 seconds left in the third. Here's Dillingham. Oh, misses the dunk.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so it's the walk. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. It's McCain on the wing. They set the pick. Lets the three fly.
Boy, that's what you call great thinking on the fly. Passing on the shot in midair and laying it off to the open man.
Screen by Edey. Inside. And the dunk by Edey.
Yeah, there is an art to working for the best shot available, and that right there is it.
Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Shot is off. He's 5 for 11 in this one.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Three-pointer. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Dillingham. And he drives in. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Screen by Edey. Fires from deep. And the Wizards with another three.
He got loose from downtown the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Pass to Dillingham.
Who's watching him?
Well, one thing fans always have opinions about is NBA officiating.
Listen, I'm going to let the fans go crazy. What I recognize is officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the world. This game moves so quickly. They are making decisions in real time at sometimes very difficult angles. I am here to support the officials all the way.
Back to Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Dosunmu. It's picked off. For 3. Pass to Edey. Shoots over to Dosunmu. And it's Edey missing. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Dillingham. Avdia with a steal. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Wizards, number 22. One shot.
And with the introduction of the NBA Cup, the regular season schedule is more packed than ever.
You know what, B.A.? Many constituents in this game believe the regular season schedule should top out at 72 games. This is something the commissioner broached back when he introduced the Cup. Not necessarily 72, just that there could be a reduction. If there's too much money at stake, I don't believe this will ever happen.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Stokes. Banked it in off the glass.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
From behind the arc. They get it back. Edey, that's good. Edey's got 8 points in the quarter.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact.
Oh, kind of mean on that one.
Mean and so disrespectful. It takes some serious bounce to pull that off.
That right there is next level agility, Grant.
And you add in the creativity with all the dunks out there. We've seen some. That one stands out.
Assist from.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Timberwolves trail by 20. It's 2-on-1 for the finish. And the dunk by Edey.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Out to the right wing. Lets it go from deep. Out to the right wing. From the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Wizards.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
Edey rips down the board. And it's Washington with the ball. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Up again. And it's blocked by Edey. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Connects from downtown.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Puts up a deep three. No good on the shot. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one.
I ain't gotta settle, I got too many flavors. Feel more mackin', Skull City stacking. Players over here, let me tell you what's happening. Me and Spence, yeah, we finna bridge the gap in. Bout action, I don't do too much bragging. Come in with this, not a I'm a Mac. My life is a movie that's far from an act. I don't know how to act. You can catch me in the back, all in her ear while I'm then I poof be gone. Something like magic, this can't be taught. You just got to have it. You either got it or you don't. You will or you won't. I never tell you wrong.
Baby, boss like a player, talk like a player, walk like a player. Baby, that's a player. Baby, boss like a player, talk like a player, walk like a player. Baby, that's a player. Baby, boss like a player, talk like a player, walk like a player.
Two teams, two count. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. And we'll be checking in with Allie LaForest from the sideline moments from now. The Timberwolves again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. And, of course, Anthony Edwards. He's a big ticket to foul. They'll go without him there.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
We often see Paolo Banchero with the ball late in the shot clock club, and he usually delivers.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you shut off his dribble drive and then you seal off the retreat. And because he's so strong and good with the ball, he can bump you and get into the spot he wants to. He's got great power, and he's really a good finisher around the goal, too.
And Thompson throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Fires for three. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. It's a 5-point game. Driving inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the floor, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
They set the pick. Outside Daniel. To the inside. Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
When he attacks the rim like that, Paolo Banchero, there's no stopping.
Thompson with it. Picked up by Banchero. Thompson is double. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The Bulls leading by 7. Pass to Daniel. Knocks it loose. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Now, here's Thompson. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Caro outside. Here's Halliburton. 4 on the clock. Here's Daniels. Rebounded by Hardy. Timberwolves trailed by 5. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Back to you.
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. Takes the 3, and Asenge gets it to go. Asenge's got 5 points so far. Here's Hardy, and right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Banchero, here we go.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And so it's Minnesota with it after Paolo Banchero misses from long range. Pass to Hardy from downtown. They get it again. Thompson outside. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
.133 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Stokes. Launches it. Kept alive, Minnesota. To the middle. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here. Really textbook use of the dribble. Getting inside to get his work done.
Here's Hardy. Timberwolves passing it around. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. The 3 from Banchero. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Inside. Where? And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
An unpredictable guard. Halliburton has a great feel for when to score and when to pass. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
It's a circus dunk for me right there, guys.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for Chicago. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
You know, I love the fact, too, that they've been aggressive in penetrating the defense, attacking that paint, getting the ball inside. So far, their aggressiveness has ruled the day.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Banchero's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Chicago. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with a spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Pass to Dillingham. Here's the three. Sinks the triple. Dillingham's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots. Here's Daniels. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Daniels with the steal. Pass to Asenge. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Number 23. Banchero up top. 11 points in the game. And the shot goes in. Banchero's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
Showing why he was drafted first overall, Paolo Banchero has been a hoop getter tonight.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play a position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Look, you can't forget the fact that Banchero averaged 20 as a rookie. We've seen him have lots of big scoring nights, and there's more to come for sure.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Pass to Sexton. To the left side wing. And here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
There's some heat from Banchero now. He brings that ferocity. We know he's got an inferno raging in him.
Here's Dillingham. To the paint. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Porzingis. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bulls trailed by 3. Now, here's Sexton. No scoring in this one. Daniels with it. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Stokes. With the drive. Sexton grabs the board. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Bulls. Here's a Senge. Headed by Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so for Minnesota.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And now the pass break. Banchero with the ball. Kept alive. No good off the spin. Timberwolves leading by 3. .131 left now here in the second. The shot will not fall.
He was wide open. That missed clearly on him.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Daniel. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Here's Stokes. That 3 off the mark. Bulls trail by 3. Here's a Senge. Off target at the rim.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And here's Sexton. Hopping on the board. And the shot goes down.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Thompson misses. Smith outside. The open look here for Sexton. Pass to Daniel. Now here is Smith. Second shot opportunity. Good as the jump shot falls. Sexton's got his second bucket tonight.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. Sinks the three-pointer.
He is on one right now, carrying the offense. Just keep finding it.
Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
How about Halliburton? This fella going right to the rim, sneak dunking on that attack. Impressive.
Pass to Banchero. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. So it's the Timberwolves now. The lead is 2. Tyrese Halliburton really is just a tremendous passer, Clark. He loves setting guys up.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, that's where he's at his most effective and happiest as a player, it seems. He takes great pride and joy in distributing the ball and running the show for his team. And some might even criticize him for being too selfless at times for the ability he has to score the ball himself.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. with authority.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. The 3 from Banchero. Another 3 for Chicago.
I really like the start here. Great aggressiveness. Red.
Oh, Clark!
Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me? Woo-hoo!
Banchero with the screen for the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Banchero's got 6 in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Pass to Stokes. And he drives in. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
There's a screen. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That is his first foul of the game. Now Thompson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And it's slammed in by Smith.
Smith finishing with power. I like that dunk right there.
To the right side. Pass to Hardy. Timberwolves passing it around. Stokes can't get it to go. Chicago trailing here. And Banchero, here we go. Can't connect from short range. Doubled by Smith. And it's Ware in the corner. Here's Halliburton. 11 points in the game. Okoro. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Both teams will make substitutions. Porzingis inside. Bucket is good. Porzingis has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Bridges, in some ways, to me, is a throwback player. He's a 6'6" forward and does a little bit of banging down low. Actually, a lot of banging down low.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, I think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen.
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
And the second free throw, good.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Gillingham with it. He's got 5. Porzingis inside. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves with possession here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
Pass to Dillingham. Fires the three. Trains the three-pointer. Dillingham's got 8.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Bridges outside. 6 to shoot. And Asenge gets it to go. He's got 9.
Boy, excellent vision that time by Bridges to be able to make that pass. Really good, unselfish play there.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. So he gets them both.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
On the wing, Dosunmu. This one for 3. Excellent defense from Daniel. Beyond the arc. No good there. Timberwolves leading by 4. Takes it inside. Dillingham. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Dillingham's got 7 points for the quarter. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's Sexton. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Sharp. And here's Smith. Lays it up and off the glass. Smith's got his first 2 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time. Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Timberwolves lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Halliburton. It's blocked. And now the Timberwolves on the break. For the three. Rebound by Smith. Here's a Sunday. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Here's Stokes. And another three for Minnesota. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Pass to Ware. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Dyson Daniel.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Chicago. Pass to Asenge. There's the try. And that one is hammered home.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Shot clock at 5. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And he can't jam it through. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pass to Thompson. Down low. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Bulls. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, one of the things we love about Banchero, he shows you his passion for the game. He brings great effort every night. And he's a guy his teammates love playing with.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You know, he gets to the line quite a bit, and I know Paolo Banchero would like to see his percentage from the line creep up, and I think it will.
Here's Porzingis. Rebound by Smith. Bulls trail by 6 to the inside.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Pass to Banchero. Porzingis with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Dosunmu, shot's good.
Well, so often we see this transition bucket off turnover.
We know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Bulls trail by 6. Here's a Senge. Here's the floater. Hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Now Halliburton. Daniels fires. He's off from 3.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Fires the 3. And it doesn't go. Bulls trail by 5. Here's a Senge. Now Halliburton. Clock at 6. Here's Smith. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Timberwolves leading by 5. They set the screen. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Daniels. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That will be foul number 5 on him. Here's Thompson. And stolen by Daniels.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10. A three-pointer. Good.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Doesn't get that one. And here are the Bulls now, trailing here by 8. From deep. That does not go.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Takes the 3. It's a tip. Oh, sticks the putback. Here's Stokes. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was a thing.
Over ice. Ghost lame, just like a poltergeist. They watching all my mixtape oversight. Champ, young, she used the older guys.